I don't think there's one person buying a ticket to go see Lyra Velcro.
Vince Russo says he'll retire from wrestling if Lyra Valkyria gets over. Well, actually, I think he called her.
See Lyra Velcro.
Russo says he'll retire if Lyra Valkyria gets over. Well, I think we're safe from that. I don't think Vince Russo will be retiring. Looking back at WCW and, blaming some of the failures on him as a younger person, not realizing it, and then, you have that clarity later where there was more factors. And I'm not saying everything he did was right. There's no room for absolutes here because there's a lot of factors that played into WCW's demise. But that's not why we're here today. We're here to talk about his comments. And I wanted to look at this article a little bit with you guys because I don't get a chance to do too many videos like this. Vince Russo is prepared to walk away from the wrestling business for good if former NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria gets over on Raw. On a recent edition of the Wrestle Binge podcast, Russo made his bold claim about Valkyria in a discussion about what being over means. He said, should I do the Russo impression? If Lyra Velcro ever gets over, I will retire. I will retire from wrestling. And some dude was actually asking me when I'm going to retire because Lyra Velcro is so over. I think this is lost in wrestling, bro. Honestly, I think this is lost. The meaning of over. I don't think people understand what being over means, bro.
Do not use bro, please.
Russo may want to watch his words as Valkyria has proven popular on WWE's main roster since being called up. Liar! Upon her call-up, the Irish superstar quickly advanced in the Queen of the Ring tournament, but lost in the finals to SmackDown's Nia Jax. Valkyria's most recent match on last week's edition of Raw, where she, Kaden Carter, and Katana Chance lost to Damage Control's Kairi Sane, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky.
See, nobody cares.
What does it mean to be over? Does it mean to just get cheers from the house in attendance? Because that's one way to look at it. But the other way is being over, and Russo and EC3 and Dr. Chris would go on to discuss this. And being over, and this is a universal truth in the wrestling business. If you are over, people are paying to see you. Yes, they're coming to the whole show, but they are coming to see you because you are an attraction on that show. They want to see you. Everything else is a bonus. Yes, they're going to get to see other wrestling, but they want to see their favorite wrestler. How many people out there, wrestling fans, now this is both male and female, are paying just to go to Raw to see Lyra Valkyria? And you can make the argument that, well, the brand, WWE, is more over than the workers right now. And I'd say, yeah, you're probably right. Because they designed it that way. They don't have it set up to where you can have the Austins and the Bret Harts and the Undertakers and the Mankinds anymore. No. It's the brand first and then the wrestlers. They don't want them to get bigger than the brand. See, that's a problem because wrestling is a sport comprised of superstars. That's what you want your wrestlers to be. You want them to be superstars. You want them to be larger than life. And you have to let them get themselves over. Now, there's people that have done this. The Office has punished them, but that was under the previous regime. And I'm hoping that thumb isn't too heavy over a lot of these guys now. But you don't see them really get over like that. So the point of this being is Lyra Valkyria is not over. She's not. It's just the truth. And I know I probably have a lot of my audience going like, well, we're used to you talking this way about AEW. Enjoy wrestling. I love the business and I want to see it flourish and I want to see it do well. Even though I'm not involved anymore. And that's why I enjoy talking about it so much. But yeah, this young, and I'm not taking anything away from her in the ring. She's a good worker in the ring. She's got a very good look, good physique. The German suplex spot at Money in the Bank was great because it was a good spot. It wasn't too dangerous comparatively speaking to the other shit that the girls did in the match. That I was like, man, it showed off like her athleticism, some of the power game, because she's got a, like I said, she's got a good physique. You can tell she's got some power to her game in there, even for like a smaller woman. She's good. Like I don't dislike her. I don't. Like I might bag on her in the reviews, the matches and shit like that because of the nepotism factor with her being Becky Lynch's friend and all. Becky was over. Becky was a draw, and Vince and the guys said that, and I can even admit that. Like I said, again, Becky, one of those women where I respect the talent. I'm just not a fan. You know, the man gimmick. Well, I mean, I guess she's married to Seth Rollins, so she could be the man. Lyra's not over. Can she get over eventually? How are they going to book her? What does she bring to the table to make them want to put her in a bigger spot? You know, she had that push at the beginning with Queen of the Ring, and now it's kind of like, all right, you're into this middle ground where you're getting into waters of this feud with Damage Control and then Caden Carter and Katana Chance, who
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I couldn't pick him out of a lineup again if I had to. But you're getting into this whole mid-card type feud now, which WWE was talking about adding mid-card women's titles. So maybe that's a spot that a, you know, talent like Lyra Valkyria, or as Vince calls her, Lyra Velcro, could get over it and could flourish in. Because there's nothing wrong with having a place on the card and owning it and then making it yours and trying to be the best you can and elevate that spot and everyone else around you. That takes talent, and I believe she has talent. So, like I said, I don't know if anybody was tuning in to hear me just like trash on her or anything, but no, not like that at all. I have no reason to do that at this point. Like I said, you know, there's really no offense to the, you know, saying, you know, she's over. Well, it's just incorrect. It's not a correct statement.
Nope.
I'm not saying she could never get over, but right now, she's not over. It's, you know, kind of settling in, as I said, to that mid-card realm, getting involved in all these other angles that are just dangling threads that a lot of them will never go anywhere. They're just spots that are there to fill space. And this early in her run, a couple months, you don't want to occupy those spaces. Like I said, if she gets in there, carves out a niche, makes it her own, and can elevate some of the, you know, women around her, and they can kind of build that middle ground up to something that's entertaining, but not quite the main event, and then maybe get up to that main event level eventually. Absolutely. Not everybody can be Tiffany Stratton. My tag partner, James, who was on with us, he said the other day, he said she is basically a female Kurt Angle in the fact that how quickly she took to the business, how naturally she took to it, and how successful she is so early on. So Lyra does not have that. She does not have that it factor that Tiffany has. She has the talent, just not that wow factor. So although I do like her wardrobe, it's very elaborate. It looks good. The pay-per-views I've seen her at, she looked good. Like I said, got a good look. We just need more to the character. That's the thing. Nobody is saying she can't wrestle. It's just not at all that, because it takes more than that. And you look at 90% of the AEW roster, and that will prove that point. The ability to be able to wrestle does not make you a star in the business. That being said, folks, I'm Etep from Wrestling with Horror. You know what to do now. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Leave your hate. I know a lot of you. I love it. I love it. Your anger sustains me. That's hard time, Daddy. Hard times. But leave your thoughts in the comments below, baby. And you can join on Patreon if you want. $2 a month to be a brain buster. We just uploaded the Dynamite 250th episode commentary. Go watch along with us over there on Patreon. $2 a month. If you want to join on a channel membership here, YouTube, $2.99 to be a Kazooian, $4.99 to be a Harvey Wakuian producer tier member. If not, like I said, subscribe. It's free. It always will be. Ding the bell. There's more content on the way. Remember, it's better to burn out than fade away.